Damn, you make 3 months seem like seconds. Am I about to make 5 seconds seem so boring it'll feel like 3 months? Man, we balance each other out. You're the yin to my yang, the lolly to my gagger, the penis to my vagina.
She'd like to meet with you
What?
now.
Hilarious. Like and subscribe.
Take me to the basement. I've got money to spend. I have to pay you. Shepard's never seen a shop before. Most romance gets donated to him through charity. Non-profit orgasminations, you know? Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. Shut up. Does Big Dad Anderson want me to stop drinking? No, because he's a few lines of code and he will never tell me to do so. She does not like me looking over her shoulder at all. Don't worry, my sodomy is reserved for Ashley and Ashley alone.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
You're trying to make me grieve so I don't try and fuck you, aren't you? Probably should have picked a guy with more than 6 insufferable lines of dialogue and a face so punchable that when I closed his eyes for the Space Viking funeral, I did it with my very fast knuckles and a staple gun. I didn't insult anyone, did I? Potentially disrespected the dead, which I am just the best for. That's what I'm known for on this channel. I was gonna follow that up with the prayer for the damned, but it's come to my attention I have never even thought about such a thing. I know the frankly D-tier 6 AM song of the same name. I can sing that if you want. Maybe this time he'll say a prayer for the damned, prayer for the damned, say a prayer for the damned. Yeah, get respected, grave slobs. Now get a job. A lot of you experiencing the game for the first time, and that I'm honored. Your first time is a very important thing, and I don't even know how to be gentle. You look like you're trying to be me. My protagonist was done so poorly that he looks like a slightly hairier version of an NPC they didn't even bother to name. I thought Shepard was beautiful. He's got quite the arse, but is that all he's got going for him? Joker, my son. Anderson's my dad, Joker's my crippled son.
Commander. Citadel. See that taxpayer money?
That taxpayer money is the benefits check I receive every time I take a hammer to his legs. Look at Nomad! Dustier than ever, making a he, they, she, it, what the fuck do you want with me? It's a giant flying cul-de-sac, making a maiden voyage! It's Mermaid Man voyage, whatever the fuck! Into Space Brothel Wide Flower Central. I couldn't be prouder.
Well, sizes and everything.
Haha, Joker's got a little dick. Haha.
Need firepower
Jokes.
too.
Oh, so he's got a tiny dick that attacks with all the force of a Gauss cannon. That sure is my son, or offspring. It's all exhaust pipe down there. But is it a spooge duct or a fallopian funnel? Find out next time on I Have Sex With My Car. Oh yeah, the world's ending. We should probably be sad or something. Do you prefer the suits or Shepard's camouflaged codpiece? Gotta make sure the cock stays incognito. Wouldn't want it to be discovered in a combat situation. It's a pretty weak spot, I have to say.
Big place.
Big place! Why do you speak like that? I hate you. Ashley's better than you.
I can't tell the aliens
Okay,
from the animals.
very, very bad moment to say what I just said. All views of my own. I do not endorse this, shut the fuck up, Ashley. Come on, I got people watching. See if whatever incarnation of 4chan still exists in 800 years. Though knowing her, the word Chan is probably a little bit too, Solarian for her liking. Don't even get me started on 4. Elcor, have 4 legs. It even rhymes with 4. Coming over here. Doubling our legs. Forget closing the borders. I don't even understand how they fit through the borders. You know who we're about to run into? I think in this room right here. Yes, my boys! The walking monkey tanks. Give me a kiss in one of your 10 mouths. We'll forever never be able to understand why these guys aren't romance options. Or this boy. Wanna bounce him around like an interracial hacky sack. The walking militant meatballs themselves. You kinda look even more disgusting than before. The fuck was that? Did the keeper just talk to me? You don't even have lips. He oogered and potentially also boogered me from underneath his inflato bib. I was released out of their fucking armpits.
Cannot be distracted right now.
I'm gonna distract the fuck out of you. Do you guys think my stream would be more successful if I spoke as emotionless as
This is all going so wrong.
Wait, a consort? This man's fucking? Can you imagine? What's that dirty talk? What's an Asari Elcor fucking crossbreed gonna look like? I hope you wore fucking protection on your nuclear warhead cock. He's got an old lady's vag for lips. Honestly relatable. What can it sound like? Aggressively horny. You can stick a finger up my ass if you so choose. What are you working with back here? Actually, you don't look bad. Considering the front of you is so bulbous. You could. I mean, if it wasn't chest height, Shepard would have to be at least like 14 feet tall. Kaiden, fuck off to the Norman shed and grab me a stepladder. Forget big place. Fetch us some plus-size lace. So I can disgrace this man in the workplace, etc. Really hope you can tell the aliens from the animals now, Ash, or I don't think you'll be able to look at me in the same way. This is a classy, elegant gorilla. And us humans, we gold diggers. They're gonna abseil their way up to his fucking mouth, and only then can the tickling ensue. Aroused, where are the cuffs?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements.
I have noticed, but I wouldn't describe that as a plain scent, friend. Do you take these durian baths again? Might be our best weapon against Saren. I think I kind of just want to play the whole game riding on an Elcor. If there's no Elcor companion in Mass Effect 4, then what's the... that's all I want. Shepard standing on Garrus's shoulder. Garrus is huge. You'd be too high up. I think the correct ratio is Garrus, like, slamming that Volus into the ground. Because he's very round, right? He's very rotund. I feel like you're gonna sort of sink in. If it Garrus's feet, Garrus is a massive man. He's got spiky toes. Like, if he sinks him into a Volus, he's gonna sink down a little bit. And just that extra little bit of flesh compression, he's gonna be just the right height to finally figure out how to fuck an Elcor. And Garrus, oh god, I'm glad it's you and not me. You have my deepest condolences, brother.
Quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Active? I haven't seen one of you move a fucking inch. The only thing that twitches is the quivering love tunnel that lives on your face. I'd like to know more. Don't think about him in yoga pants. Don't think about him in yoga pants.
Prefer the safety and
thinking about him in yoga pants. This man is nothing but labia. Tell me of your ways, Ambassador. Ambassador me. Make me your ambassador. He's giving birth, my son. Excruciating pain. Ow. Never-ending regret. How dare you plant this infantile parasite in me? I never loved you, Dennis. It might be your brother's. Several concentric sets of labia. Collapsible laps. You're saying you wouldn't let an Elcor peg you. I get the feeling you're very much a minority in this chat. I know I would. I know Shepard would. Speaking of concentric, I've got a few consent tricks for that prostitute that fucked my boy Zeltan over. From the back, they look like they're just wearing, like, wrestling leotards, and that just makes it better.
Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
No! I don't care how you, mate. And I could probably pick you up in one fucking hand. We can figure it out. Well, I'm not sure where I'd grab. You're very smooth. You can't get much of a grip on an actual orb. Grab onto his, like, breathing pipes. But then if you yank a little bit hard, and you sort of kill him in the process. Maybe they're into that. Maybe that's their equivalent of choking. We haven't delved beneath the latex yet.
We still do not hold a seat on the council.
You don't hold a seat because there is no seat that will fit that level of thickness. That's beyond rotund. You are swollen. Rotund is like the level above thick, and then swollen is the level above that. There's a hierarchy of fat asses here. The thrones just creak more the higher up you go.
Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Your services, you say? Maybe you can work some of that meatball magic on me.
Ignore the Volus ambassador.
Imagine how emotionally scathing it is to hear someone announce dismissive before talking about you. The Elcor, like, they have the ultimate sass. I want to hear one commit murder. Got a bit of a Kobe situation going on. Although, hopefully I love making my burn a little less than he ended up. We take you to the clouds, baby. Well, helicopters so hard we
You have
blow up and
returned,
also our
human.
kids. How do you do anything
Goodbye,
beyond just
Ambassador.
being a convenient
Yes,
ride for the smartest, sexiest species? How long until Kalen just calls you meat man? I could try again if you'd really like Pickle Man, but I don't think it's coming. Kalen doesn't strike me as much of a
have
dom.
returned,
He won't
Link
objectify
Fiery.
me. He sees me as
What may I do
the
for you
full
this day?
package.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
And that's
Very
why
well.
Shepard does a little courtesy
Good
to
day
him,
to you,
using
human.
only his neck. Are they bulging? If there's ever been a use for photo mode, it's this. I fucking hate myself. No! Did they preempt this? They expected everyone to try and start an OnlyFans of every Elcor in the world? I mean, you can kinda see. What do you guys think? I mean, he's certainly big enough, but does he know how to use it? He looks so happy from below! Oh my god, he looks like he's trying to hold in a laugh. I want to hear one laugh so badly now. Oh, that was quite the experience. Best room in the game. We don't need to play on anymore, it's done. That boy was Commander Shepard. Yeah, the galaxy is saved in one game. The galaxy's saved in one fucking mission. They see that coming towards him, especially if you take off the fucking leathery jumpsuit. You let him hang out in all forms of extreme weather. If they fucking water, how do fish fuck? If they have the old lady quivering love tunnel vagina as a mouth, you could probably consider that a beak, right? So I guess they've got a little bit of octopus DNA going on. Octopuses just like, their dick looks like a tentacle. They rip it off and they throw it at their potential mate. And then their mate decides if they want to jam it inside of themselves. That's genuinely how octopuses fuck. I assume, like, you can probably use that as some kind of weapon, right? Even if it was a human. If someone is willing to tear off their fucking cock and launch it into the battlefield, like the middle of everything that's going on, I'd pull out of the war instantly. I can't compare. I'm not gonna tear off my cock just to assert dominance. My cock stays firmly where it is, and so does my progression as a species. Like, fuck expansionism. If you're gonna start tearing off cocks, I'm out. I'm happy to stay as the weakest fucking species in all of the fucking galaxy. Welcome to Mass Effect, when all the random NPCs are way cooler than you could ever be. The determination to fuck everyone in this game is impressive. Oh, you've seen nothing yet. I will find where Avina is stored, and I'm jamming myself into that USB port. I mean, USB ports get smaller and smaller as fucking time goes on. Have you seen a USB-C port? They're tiny. But I'll do it. Fuck the Elcor, and then immediately sleep on the Volus. Not gonna do a whole lot of damage with their pillowy man bosoms. Once we finally encounter aliens in our world, that's my plan. Which ones can I sleep on? Which ones can I sleep with? And look at the water! There's actual water physics! Someone's drenching a Krogan! It's gonna be so damp!
I can't believe I landed a job here.
I can't believe you're part owl. How the hell
Just
did you
love
do
it here.
that?
There's so much to see.
Ah! Aliens exist, and you're the hardest thing to understand in this whole place. That's another one!
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Is that not just Chuck was his voice actor? Down-tuned into the 5th circle of hell? This he's an executor. There's a chance he cuts off heads. A very small chance, but I don't like people who cut off heads. Looking at you, circumcises.
Consort would never reveal her secrets.
All people care about is the prostitute. What about me? I'm a war hero. War hero really needs to start sucking cock to matter?
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk.
I get the
I didn't say
feeling
that.
she may have just refused looking
I
at
bet
that
you did
face.
too.
Why am I pulling a gun on these poor people? Yeah, please ignore that. Sex is not a crime.
She helps people with things. You
With
never want to
things,
see
with
it.
unfulfilled, angry
I,
penises.
No, I couldn't afford it.
Try not to get into too much trouble.
Ash is gonna watch me have
Have fun
sex
with it.
with a blue lady. It's for the job. I have to do that. I have to make the sacrifice, Ashley. I'm sorry.
Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Fill me up and fill me in, right
What's
to the
going on
brim.
around here?
And if not, Big Dad Anderson will pay for the sweet release, I'm sure. Entertainment, as if the prostitute isn't enough. Put it away! Oh my god! This is not America, you're in space now. It's not acceptable.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel.
All we know is that the thickest daddies of all time. Holy
Citadel
fuck, look at that.
regulations. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers is under the jurisdiction of Citadel control.
We gotta get very
At peak
far,
capacity,
2,001
they are
kilometers
responsible
away
for
from these
monitoring
fucks. We've got an immense amount of drugs to do. There you go.
Citadel
Who's a
control.
genius?
The tower is one of
Not
the
this
most
man,
important
but like a
buildings
little
on the
bit. Genius comprises of anyone who remembers one thing about one thing. So, that's me. I'm one of those people. Bow down. We are going to find Garrus before the end of this fucking stream, I guarantee it. I miss him so very dearly. Tali's the one I fuck as hard as possible. But Garrus, man, he's my best friend. Best bros before best hoes. From what I remember of Solarians, is they only fuck when there's a contract involved. Like, they're not the ultimate prostitutes, don't worry. Like, that is owning the other party, which is not great. Solarians are absolutely terrifying, but they only live like 30 years. You can give them a free pass. Can someone Google for me how long Elcor live? I want to know, like, if I romance an Elcor, how long can I be inside of them? Like, straight, like the entire time. Can I spend an entire human lifetime within that man? Barla Von, I remember you.
Very famous one, yes?
Famous.
The tale of
if
how you
only.
survived
Either
the
you
great
were unlucky
tragedy
enough
on
for the
the
Twitch
cruise
algorithm and all
is
its
truly
infinite stupidity
remarkable.
to recommend me
amazed
to
each
you
time I hear
on your
it.
little brain-implanted iPad, or you're the Shadow Broker's man-sized magic 8-ball. Now, which is it? 700 years? Oh no! I guess the legacy I leave my descendants is the multiple fucking tents I pitched inside his arsehole.
Premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention.
You know I'm like an actual commander, right? I can fuck you way harder than the police can. I can fuck you way harder than the people in prison can, which I imagine is what's awaiting for you after telling me any of this information. Is this legal? You could kick him outside of orbit, football full of mincemeat.
How would it look if he had money?
Is there a single member of your entire fucking race that is not an accountant? Don't get me wrong, I'm sure you're absolutely fantastic at providing for the family, but you just don't excite me anymore. Simon, it's all about numbers with you. Numbers and putting beans in various categories. What do those beans have that I don't? Don't edge the attorney at law. He's too round for me to consider him a person. I don't really care what goes in him.
Elite, Shepard. People like us.
I'm people like you? I'm not even sure you can see me. You struggle to breathe, no matter what. I'm pretty fine at it. You ready? You wanna hear me breathe? You wanna know how much cooler I am than you? Yeah, I did it. See that? Stay in your place. Stay in your lane, Barla. Let's ruin life for the poor, everybody. Welcome to our first experience with hentai. I mean, what species are these guys again? Just a couple of those tentacles are enough to form the most impressive mohawk I've ever seen in my life. So, you're a bit above me. I don't feel worthy of this conversation. Looks like a jellyfish from Jamaica in Shark Tale, comparing the best of all the video games to the best of all the Wilhelm Smythe outputs. Yeah, okay, I can see it.
The Krogan
Ooh, it's already got the helmet. He just looks like Earthworm Jim. Not doing Rex justice whatsoever. He's the coolest boy in all of the milkiest of ways. Please let him trade Earth for Garth.
Efforts during the
and
Worm
Wars.
The Krogan were granted several new colony worlds. The Krogan rebellions had begun.
Calling them rebellions doesn't make you look very good. Rebellions tend to be a good thing. Gonna keep spreading that narrative so no one complains when I take my rightful place on the hemorrhoid cushion of Her Majesty Bigzard Lidzard II Ultimate Deliverance Edition and her splash-resistant, gem-encrusted high chair. When you reach the age of the entire rest of the solar system combined, you know, your motor functions, they get a little bit fetusy. Let's hang out with the prostitute before we do anything else. Clearly the most important.
I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today.
This lady's fucking so little that you can recognize all of them? I need an appointment?
Services.
But I'm like the ultimate boy. At least let me slip under the fucking bloody latex of your goddamn sternum windows.
Excellent.
Please, what else could they be for? Very to the point peeping toms, I guess. It's like the enforcer class of their race.
My fingertips can find every tension point in your body for
Why don't you
yourself.
let me fill in the rest of the white on your fucking Hitler mustache of a bottom lip, huh?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to
Damn,
speak
you make
with him.
3 months seem like seconds. And I'm about to make 5 seconds seem so boring it'll feel like 3 months. Man, we balance each other out. You're the yin to my yang, the lolly to my gagger,
It
the
appears
penis
Consort has taken
to my
notice of you.
vagina.
She'd like to meet with you
What?
now. She'll be waiting for you.
No man has ever been harder in the entire world. Let's go. Although I'd rather hang out with this man, who is quite literally a square. You know what he looks like? He looks like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascots. Has anyone ever tried to do the cinnamon challenge with a urethra? BRB patenting the term cock cough. Wheeze and sneeze. So many possibilities. I need to become a pharmacist. Invent some hypoallergenic cinnamon toast clunge.
Even the humans find the consort irresistible.
I mean, even the humans. Makes a lot more sense than you, keeping a fucking nose deep in small print and frog spawn. Oh my god, you're so famous! Sign my spunk. Oh, I'm sure it's not very pleasurable. I'm so sorry, lady.
This is my first time.
I can't believe I didn't come sooner. I hate the Volus.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
I really don't care. It's only my privates that are worthy of seeing to right now. Do not eat the square man. He does not taste of cinnamon. He might. If the consort's going to accept anyone, it's going to be for the flavor, right? Like, look at this guy. Like, bad off 40 years old calamari. Or ginger cinnamon. Combine the two, you don't know what you're gonna get. I would, that sounds quite delicious to me. Or meatballs, you know what you're getting with a meatball. Higher chance of a tapeworm than if you just blew me.
I have a friend. He wanted me to be more than I could be. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies.
Alcohol is sexier than tentacles, never forget, guys.
If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Small dick, no fuck, very sad. I understand already.
Appeal to a sense of honor. Remind him of his position.
Hey, you've got a small cock, but you've killed like 1,000 people. I'm down. You very much rubbed up against me, and I didn't get anything from it. Are you serious? I didn't get bang or buck. And I don't see any moose around here to get both at the same time. They're aliens. That's exciting.
Come back
isn't
anytime.
it? It's not just like Keith from next door. I wouldn't fuck Keith, but I would absolutely fuck Shira. She's blue. When's the other opportunity that you're gonna fuck someone that's blue? Without necrophilia, or a tie that is a bit too tight, or a questionable Smurfs reboot about Papa's fucking bachelor years. Exactly. Kind of into the idea of a woman that's just like 3 pixels from the hips down. Be a lot easier to find the clit in that bitmap. Clit map! Oh my god, I'm going to the Dragon's Den! Thank me later for the sat-nav of Shag, gents. Shagalite navigation service. That's too good for me to be this drunk. Put away your gun. This lady doesn't care. She's probably pregnant with all the death grips she's giving her own stomach. Everyone knows that babies are grown in the stomach. Maybe it's a mixed race. They're aliens, you know. Don't judge their parasitic love language. If she wants to die a heroic fucking martyrdom sacrifice being navel busted just so she can star in the next fucking Alien sequel, well, I say she's in the right place. Also, that movie probably racist now, right? I mean, I don't see any Xenos around here or anyone in morph suits, but maybe we drove them all out with our hit movies from the 80s. Xenos because we were mean to them. Morph suits because skin-tight walnut crevices are unlikely to be left alone in this day and age. Wait, shut the fuck up, me!
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall it.
Stall the council. Don't be ridiculous.
I've never fucked this man in any playthrough I've ever done. I've never played a femshep. But oh my god, this is my best friend, and therefore I am willing to anything that he owns can be in my mouth if he so chooses. Whatever will get you through your trauma. You don't like Saren, and you're a Turian. I welcome you.
Sounds
we
like
love
you really want to bring him down.
internalized racism. This man has had his cue ball of a face shoe polish.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
Turian are gray, green, or blue, and they gave this guy the blackest voice imaginable. Anderson, my dad! Oh, not now. I'm not ready now. I want a side quest first.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard.
Hey, I'm prettier than my dad.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Oh,
I'm glad to see justice was served.
There is metal. There are pipes living in his mouth. This man is a toilet. And we're trusting him over me? At least I have skin.
Things went bad. Real bad.
Enough
We shouldn't
worth
talk about
tickling my own palms.
But
It's the only way to show how upset I am.
We need to find some way to expose
He
him.
sort of killed another Spectre. I can send him the YouTube link if you really want. Someone clip it.
He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since.
Oh, dude, same.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's not a threat to anyone, not directly.
What do you mean, not a threat?
He's just a
He has
resource
the
we can
nudes
use,
of an
or
entire
use.
fucking
Or maybe they are.
species under wraps. Some of those nudes, pretty threatening. Let's hope no Krogan 200 caliber railrod is able
You and
to
Saren have a history.
come
About
out of the
20
screen like
I
the
saw how
fucking
he
ring,
operates.
huh?
No hesitation.
Tell me about Barla Von.
Luckily for
He
you, in
specializes
Krogan
in
years,
moving
that's
large
like
stuff
enough
either
time to get
people.
so fat they
A
can't even
financial
recognize
genius.
that
Doesn't
target.
do anything
Who needs
illegal.
witness protection
He
when
knows
you've
all
got
the loot.
Taco Bell?
I've got no interest in a keep.
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
You were fondling, dude. You can't
I'm not so
hide
sure
a
I should
good
be talking to
fondle
you
from
about
me.
this.
Give me a little slice of the criminal cake, please.
I can help you out.
All you need me to do is upskirt
Activated
the
each time
insects,
you see a
right? No
command,
matter
we
how
upload to
preying
my
those
database.
mantises will be,
I'll
they're
even send
ending
a
up
few
on my
credits your way for
OnlyFans.
each.
You get
Don't
going,
fuck
man.
with the science, boys.
Yes.
We're gonna hang out with our boy, Groose, the biggest Gary of all time in the whole world, far more powerful than SpongeBob's son could ever be. A gentleman's club, huh? Where all the gentlemen just let it run free. Free range genitalia. I hear it tastes better that way.
No wonder they're careful with cover.
And fear the meat. Or the ball of meat. Maybe the ball is the issue. If we were a cube, everything would be fine.
Alright. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
Well, I mean, you got a little deep blue Catwoman mask there, and you got a little hat that makes you look like young Link or a megaphone, so kind of a hard to forget cosplay.
I can't.
No receipts for the fleshy babies.
Very good things I have. You will see.
Let's play a little Kevlar force field dress up, whichever stray cats we can find behind the bins. Oh, alcohol, why? This man is very willing to suck in the oxygen that I'm already using. Let's hang out with a prostitute, if vaguely possible. Ashley, you wanna fill in for us?
Let's see why this place is so popular.
Yeah, you can see a hell of a lot of cloudy gloss. See what I meant about those blue ladies? A whole 3 polygons built into their ass. Sexier than even Mario from Mario 64.
What's bothering you, General?
Mostly hiccups, but also problems. Harkin himself, the baldest of all bald
Alliance
boys.
military.
Police versus the army, you're a little baby boy. You're
Garrison,
truncheon versus the fucking
Garrison.
truncheon that dwells beneath
Must be
these
one of
camo
Captain Anderson's
jorts.
crew.
Your
Still
taser
trying to
versus
bring
my
Saren down, eh?
tase
I know where
him.
Garrus is.
Your
You gotta tell
M16
me something first.
versus my M16. There's something wrong here, isn't there?
Secrets are like herpes. If you got them, you might as well spread them around.
I don't think that's particularly true, my friend. My STDs stay very much within me.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Can't have any fun with a stick up your ass, sir.
Well, mine is very much beyond pole. There's an entire oak masterpiece in my anus.
Everybody else does. Save your sermons. This ain't no
Hey, these aren't strippers. They're just naturalist nuns that lost their crotch leaf. They're having to make do with something a little bit more, well, honestly, modest. Covering up an inch of pelvis. You know,
What's it
I'd
like
say it's
working
quite
for CC?
respectable.
You
If any
mean
of these
what
people are
was
called
it?
Mary, I'd
Executive
hail them
suspended me
3
without
times.
pay. Damn hothead is what he is.
Hothead, he is entirely the opposite of a hothead. He's a fucking
executor.
chilly hamstring, if anything.
soon,
Mom, he's embarrassing our species in front of the slugs.
I'm outta
He's
here.
gonna scare my hose away. Now, son, we can get you some more hose. I don't know what. I think that's my dad. My dad's experimenting. And why don't you build one out of Lego? I'm not hard in the slightest, but it could be whiskey dick, who knows? Just want to say it was absolutely worth having the most highly trained assassins under Fist's fucking control try to fist me in their own right. Live up to Papa's name, just to get a strip club to witness a 4-second animation loop of a far too clothed arse flap Victorian pajamas octopus humanoid tang growth where we finally know what owns the eyes behind the little squigglies. Was worth it, to be honest. I couldn't miss a strip club Monday, especially when they're serving spaghetti. Or is that just another species that hasn't been discovered yet, or I haven't learned about? Yeah, definitely tasted like screams. And definitely sounded like Dolmio Day.